Hey Gemini, this is going to be your read for Monday. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's see what the universe has in store for you guys today. Alrighty, so universe, what messages do you have for Gemini? And she's already throwing some cards out for me here. So I have victory and success, firm foundation, patience, suffering and silence. I have the heart chakra, which can speak to relationships and or healing. So I feel like we're speaking about healing from a relationship. Maybe doing a bit of soul searching. Sort of building back up our confidence, our self-esteem, which will set the firm foundations for a future and a more successful relationship. I have temptation, mental conflict, financial and material changes, heartache and loss, and prosperity begins. So definitely moving on from a relationship. Heartache and loss tells me it wasn't just a fling. There was a connection there. There was a lot of deep feeling there. And I think there was enough of a connection that it's going to make a change about your financial situation as well, with the two of you parting ways. I'm going to keep building on this read, and we'll see kind of where we go from here. So I have the Death card here, and the Death card tends to represent closing one door and opening another, sort of finishing one chapter of your life, starting a new one, a definitely finality to all of this. I have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords tends to represent being trapped in negative emotions, thoughts, sometimes anxiety, depression, and having trouble finding your way out of it and finding clarity. I just get the feeling that this person was not who you thought they were, in one way or another, because I got a couple of different court cards, and I also have the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor is who you thought they were, but in reality they had a couple of different faces. The King of Cups tends to be moody, sometimes manipulative. He broods a lot. I got the King of Pentacles as well. I'm going to keep going. I want to keep building on this. Now I got another one here. I got the King of Swords as well. And I get a lot of dishonesty coming off of him. See, I feel like this person tried to present themselves as the King of Pentacles. They were wealthy, they had it all, they were confident, they were this, they were that. But it was a lie. Like, that was definitely a lie. And they were a lot more moody. Kind of like you had to walk on eggshells around them because you didn't know which side of them you were going to get on any given day. And I feel like you didn't see it either for quite a while. Maybe you didn't realize this until you guys made a deeper commitment. or until you moved in together or were living together. And that's when you got to see all sides of this person, because they couldn't just hide for, put on a mask for a few hours for a date. It was 24/7. You guys were living together. I got the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords can represent feeling deadlocked, having trouble making a decision, choosing a path, finding clarity to be able to choose that path. I also have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands tends to represent sort of drawing your line in the sand, standing up for yourself, being assertive. Feel like you chose to end things. Like it wound up being your choice. Because I also have the Tower card. And the Tower card represents things coming to a disappointing ending and things that you thought were really solid. And in the end, they weren't. It was an illusion. And that's also why I feel like this person sort of snowed you as well, until you moved in together, and then you were able to see what the heck was actually going on here. I do have the Wheel of Fortune card. The Wheel of Fortune card represents your fortunes changing for the better. I feel like it might come from this split. Like there might be some money, there might be some sort of financial benefit that you get from that allows you opportunities in starting over and building a new life. So I have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles can represent going through a rough time financially. And I feel like that's where you're at right now, because things are going to be changing, but this is where you're at right now. I have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords represents something coming to a disappointing ending, but that benefits you in the long run, and I think that's this relationship here. I have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords speaks of a situation in which you felt was unfair, and like you caught the short end of the stick. And I feel like it was this life that you thought that you were going to have, that this person sort of presented that it was going to be one way, and then it was very much not, and it left you in a bad spot financially, which I think is just going to be temporary in this case, but still I think you feel like you got hosed. I do have the Three of Wands here. The Three of Wands speaks of positive movement forward and keeping your eye on your goal. And so I think this is going to speak to your new life, the new direction that you want to go in, and being able to put these challenges, this heartbreak behind you and move forward and carry on. And I do have the Three of Cups as well, and the Three of Cups speaks of celebration and happiness. So I have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles also speaks of good news coming your way, and of financial good news I think is coming your way. I have the Three of Pentacles, which represents starting to see the fruits of your labor, positive things manifesting for you. You know what? I feel like this person got you into something, like financial wise. Like I don't know if it was an investment or what it was. And now with the split, I feel like you're going to get the payoff of that. And I have the Eight of Cups, which represents starting a new journey, a new positive journey in life, and leaving the old behind. And I think that's what you're going to be doing. And I have the Chariot, and again, the Chariot encourages you to keep moving forward in your life and persevere. So I do have the Magician card, and the Magician card, he speaks of having all the tools that you need to be successful. And then I got two Queen cards here. I have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Right now, I think you feel really crappy with everything that's happened, and I don't blame you. Anybody would. But I think coming out the other side of this, you're going to be like these two queens. The Queen of Pentacles, she's wealthy, she's generous, she's confident, she's very capable. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing and loving. I see emotional fulfillment in her. So I feel like you're going to be in a much better place. As the Ten of Swords said, at the other end of all of this, it was beneficial for you in the long run, even though it sucks right now. I think that the money coming in is going to help you to build this new life. I also have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups represents choosing wisely, having many choices, many options, and choosing carefully. And I think that's going to be speaking to your new path as well, when the money comes in, and then choosing what to do with it. And then I also have the Ace of Wands, which represents new beginnings. And a lot of times it speaks to business ventures. So I feel like that might be one of your options here. Because I also have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords represents a warning of selfish or short-won victories. So I think this also speaks to one of your options as well, and making sure that you don't squander it, that you invested in a new future for yourself. I have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords tends to speak of being trapped, or feel like you're trapped, having trouble making a decision, trapped in fear. And I think that might also tie into choosing what to do next and choosing a future. I have the the Nine of Wands, sorry, and the Nine of Wands speaks of working towards a goal over time. So I feel like there's something that you've always wanted to do. Like you kind of already have an idea on this, of what you would do. I feel like that's also another one of your options too. And that might tie into this Ace of Wands because they're both wands. So I feel like this might be a business venture. A business that you've wanted to start for yourself for a long time. And this is actually going to give you the opportunity to do it. I have the Hermit card. The Hermit card speaks of introspection and taking time to reflect on things. I feel like that's going to be a very important tool for you in finding clarity and making a decision on what to do next and what path to take. I have the Strength card. To me, it represents the inner strength you're going to need to move through this journey, but also the strength that you're going to gain when you come out the other side of it. I have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles represents something you've been working towards for a long time, finally coming to fruition. And I think it speaks of this opportunity that you've wanted, but it's been out of your reach for a long time, and now you're finally going to be able to just go for it. And then I have the Sun card here, and the Sun card represents good things manifesting for you. To me, it's a good omen card. So it speaks of the outcome of this journey, the outcome of this business venture, being able to make this choice and move forward. I think it falls in line with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, that this is just going to be a very positive change for you in your life. So I got the Waiting Game, Patience and Planning, Conflict and Defeat, and Choose Wisely. So definitely feel like Choose Wisely is reiterating the same message as the Seven of Cups, to weigh your options and choose what path is going to be right for you. I feel like patience and planning ties into that as well, in investing in your own future. I feel like the Waiting Game, I actually feel like the Waiting Game is speaking to all of this coming into play, because I don't think you've seen the money yet. I think this is I think it's a bit of a process until it shows up. I'm not entirely sure where it's coming from, exactly what it is, but it's not just cash in your hand overnight. I feel like there's a little bit of paperwork that has to get done, or procedures, things that have to get tied up before it can get moved over to you. And I feel like the waiting game speaks to that. And the conflict and defeat, I just feel like speaks to the hurt that you're feeling right now, and maybe having trouble seeing that this can be a positive opportunity for you, because it does just hurt and it just sucks right now. So I think that introspection, that time to reflect, to heal from all of this, is going to be very important in choosing your new path for the future and making sure that it's one where you're going to be successful. Alrighty guys, that's what this read said to me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment because I love hearing from you guys. Alright, take care.